fell through the ground like Alice. Oh, what a sound. This must be a nest. I got rocks and sticks against my chest.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another video of me sorting out my bookshelves and unpacking all the books that I own. I'm going to sort it out into genres. I know I said I wasn't going to do it, but I think it's going to make it more manageable. So here I have some of my horrors, then go into poetry, and I need to get all my children's books together. So I'm going to put children's books here. So these are all thrillers. Oh, I have Snow White. So Snow White will start it off there, and then I'm going to collect all my children's books so they can go along there. I have sorted out my shelves. So the bottom one here is books that I absolutely adore, favourite authors. Down here is books that were okay but I'm not going to reread. And then here is just general fiction, literary fiction, thrillers, romances, everything. Just adult fiction there. And then up here is my children's section. It then goes into non-fiction. I have stuff like The Diary of Frida Kahlo, this book that's about Pocahontas, Paris My Sweet, which is about a true life story of a woman who's American and went to go and live in Paris, and she talks about all the sweet treats she had over there, bit of true crime. Then go into poetry, stuff like Waiting for Godot, A Doll's House, Bernard Shaw's Pygmalion, which inspired the musical My Fair Lady, and then going into my poetry. And then up here it's going to be all my horror books, and I have loads of horror books. So, and then just general fiction, as I've run out of room on my fiction bit. So I have some books here that I need to sort. This is a children's book. This is Anne Boleyn and Me, and it's supposed to be the diary of a Tudor girl, and it's fictional, but it's a really great book. So I'll put that up with my children's books there. I then have Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. This is a booktube favourite, but I wasn't that impressed with it. I liked the story, but I didn't like the fan fiction that's in it. I didn't find that interesting, so I'm going to put that down there. Let's put that there for now. I have Scum Manifesto by Valerie Solanas. Really interesting book, and she had a more interesting life. So I'm going to put that up here with my non-fic. This is my favourite graphic novel. This is Calling Dr. Laura, and it's so good. I read it absolutely years ago, and it's just stunning. Such a good story. But I don't want to ruin it for you, but I really do like that. But all my graphic novels are going down here because I've actually run out of room for them. I then have two of the Amulet series. I actually have book 3, but I haven't read it yet. And this is quite a good kind of fantasy series. I like the art style. Probably after book 3, though, I won't read on. I'm not that invested in the story to read on, but the first 2 books were good. They were okay, you know, I'm not that attached to any of the characters in it. I then have Sucking Shrimp. Loved this. This is by Stephanie Theobald, and this is about a girl who she's really obsessed with Fanny Craddock, who was a TV chef here in England, and this girl's obsessed with her, and it goes into the girl's life, and it's so funny, and it's such a lovely book. This is just fiction. So here, as you can see, it's completely I can't even move it, it's crammed. So I'm going to put this up here with my fiction and my Jodie Picoult's there, and my V.C. Andrews book that I read, which is The End of the Rainbow, which I loved. I then have The Cerberus Affair. Really enjoyed this as well. This is about DNA, but you can be easily spoiled for this. It's a really good thriller. I really enjoyed that. So I'm going to put that up on this shelf as well. I then have 101 Dalmatians. This is the book of the film, so it has sketches in it, and then it has screenshots from the film. Loved it, and it's the story of it as a chapter book. Really liked that, but I can't fit these big books on these shelves. I then have my 2018 diary here. Oh, gold pages. But I never know what to do with diaries because I don't want to get rid of them, but I never know where to put them, so I'm going to put it on the top shelf of this because I'm not going to get it out and read it, but I don't want to get rid of it because it's like a keepsake. So these 3 have been banished. I'm sorry guys, but you are going under here because I won't reread any of those. The 101 Dalmatians one I will reread, but I just have no space for it on my shelves. I then have some more books here. I have The Lorax by Dr. Seuss. Absolutely loved this book. Slither it into my children's books there. I then have, this was I got it like from a publisher, so I don't know, it's got no thing on it what it's called, The Confession. I thought this was a really good thriller, but I wouldn't reread it. And then I got Through the Woods, which is one of my favourite graphic novels again. It's loads of different horror tales, and it's really gorgeously illustrated. Oh, I love that, like the darkness and then with all these pretty pinks. Really enjoyed that, loved it. I have Lost Property, which is about a man who, all things that he's lost throughout his life, he goes somewhere and it's full of all his lost property. I thought it sounded good, but I wasn't that interested in it when I read it. I didn't think it was great. I then read, I don't think it was great also for the price, because graphic novels, you know, are quite expensive as well. This is Bob Burger's Burger Book, and Dom actually got this for me for one Christmas, and it's real recipes for joke burgers, but you could make the burgers. So in Bob's Burgers, on his board he has like a joke, it will be a pun written on the board, and so these are the puns. So like jack-o'-lentil burger, mission accomplished burger, all these kind of puns, and then it has the actual full like ingredients and recipe and how to cook those burgers as well. Sympathy for the Deviled Egg Burger. I'm going to put these on my bottom shelf here, and I'm doing a horror series where I review all my horror books, so I just got to look and see if I've got any horrors in here that I need to get out so I can review. Dorcas and the Fifth Child, that's one. Oh my god, I'm going to have to put the camera down to do this. This is getting really packed and stacked in here, but I have slivered out this Paris book, which is, it's in French, but it's so gorgeous, this vintage book about Paris, and I'm going to put that on my shelf somewhere. Oh my god, it's falling on me. And I need to keep, I want to get these two, the dark, but everything is going to fall. This has turned into book Jenga, but it is actually working now. So here are some books that maybe I would reread. So the ones that I would reread are at the front. And I'm doing some weird kind of book wall here. I have some on my lap here that I haven't shown you. So I have Akira. Dom really liked this. I wasn't a massive fan of it. Put that there. And then I have the Diary of Courtney Love, and I loved this, and a subscriber actually sent this to me. I put their note in here. So the subscriber was called Kate, and Kate sent me this, and it is such an interesting book about Courtney Love. Hole is a much better band than Nirvana. Yep, that's a fact. But I loved this. I thought it was great. So I have some more horrors here. So I've added more books to my horror shelf. I also put up Through the Woods because I just love that graphic novel so much. I want to reread it. So I just put that up there. It probably doesn't fit the shelf, but it looks alright. And then here I put the Paris book in my non-fiction, and Fashion Cats, which is a book I've spoken about before. But I just love, it's all these cats dressed up, and I just love it so much. It just makes me happy to go through it. And here's a picture of my cat, Tay. That's why I'm called Hannah Tay. And oh, she was so gorgeous. She passed away, but look at her in her little jumper. She's so cute. Oh, look at those paws. Oh, so cute. So here is a new bag full of books that I have read. I have some up here. I have Henry James, The Beast in the Jungle. That's a really short book. I really enjoyed that. can I slither it in here? Let me see. Just slip that in. I have Little Me, which Catherine Hepburn's talking about her life, and it's a really short book, and it's so lovely and so cute. So I'll put that in my non-fiction. I then have The Language of Flowers, and this is gorgeous. Look at the beautiful illustrations, and it has the flowers and then what they mean, and just gorgeous the way it's done. So lovely. So like daisy oxeye means a token. Daisy part partly coloured means beauty, all the different meanings of flowers. And it just reminded me there is I think that's why I got it, because I saw it in a charity shop, and the language of flowers, there's a Rosemary and Thyme episode which is called something like the language of flowers, and so I think that's why I got it. But I do really like the book. It is really cute. Put that there. The Exorcist. I wasn't that impressed with The Exorcist when I read it, but it has stayed with me. It has been memorable. So I'll put that with my horrors, and I'm doing my new horror series where I'm reviewing every horror. I have Mary Poppins. This is illustrated by Lauren Child. This is an abridged version, and I really enjoyed this. Graham Reed's book actually got this for me. This is quite a big book. Let's do an experiment. Let's see if I can put it on here. Maybe if I put it there next to the non-fiction, then it will fit. Oh, yep, there we go. And then I've got an edition there of Mary Poppins, and I've got more editions of Mary Poppins to come as well that I have in my collection. But yeah, that looks nice because that kind of ends like the children's section. But I know this all looks so nice at the moment, but I know I have so many more books that are going to make it look really higgledy-piggledy. So let's get into some more. So these are all kind of graphic novel things that can go down there. So I have, I love this. Raymond Briggs, Ethel and Ernest, absolutely love that. Fun Home by Alison Bechdel, really enjoyed that as well. I think I might put this in my non-fiction because it is non-fiction. I can slither that in. Yep, slither that in. This is also non-fiction, but I'm probably not going to reread it. So, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. So I've got out some of the bigger books so I can put them away. This is Search and Find Pride and Prejudice. It's like Where's Wally, but Pride and Prejudice. It's a really cute book. So it's like there, and then you have to find certain things in it. That's really cute. I have James and the Giant Peach, which I haven't got out my Roald Dahl collection yet, so I'll keep that out. I have my Quentin Blake, which I don't actually want to put down here. I want to put on a shelf. I've got Sleepy Hollow, which actually can go on my horror shelf. I thought all these books were going to go here, but this can actually go on my horror shelf, and it's the script from Sleepy Hollow, the film, but then it also has drawings of what the scenes, so like a storyboard that's been written about the scenes, and it's a really cool book. I then scurry. Oh, I've got some more Roald Dahl here. I'll go through all my Roald Dahls when I get them all out. Let's scuttle. Oh, this was really good. Little Book of Buddhist Wisdom. I really enjoyed that. I may reread that, so I'll keep that out. This is Friend, a book. Oh my god, a book about friendship sayings. That's really gorgeous. Got all this glitter on it. Really nice. I really like this design. Dom always gets me cards from Clinton Cards in this design. I really, really like it. I then have Quentin Tarantino's Natural Born Killers, the film script. Let's see. What have I got? I have Heartburn. Really enjoyed this book. I then have this one, was so lovely, Raimi Nightingale by Kate DeCamillo. If you want a really good feel-good book, then this is the book for you. I'm going to put this in my children's book section, which is pretty much full. Got a little space where I can slither it in. So here's what it looks like so far. My horror shelf has completely collapsed on itself because it doesn't have enough books there, and then it's got some fiction here. But my children's fiction looking good, going into non-fiction, going into plays, then poetry, and then fiction here. And I have a massive Quentin Blake and Roald Dahl collection of books. So I'm going to start the next video in this series showing you all my Roald Dahl books and then all my Quentin Blake books. Because Quentin Blake did his own works as well. So you've got like Queen of the Road, Miss Armitage, stuff like that. So I'm going to end it here. And I hope you have enjoyed seeing my shelves, and I'll see you again soon for another video.